Welcome back to the Vintage Telephones channel. We are doing the final checkout video of this, what I believe to be a 1941 Siemens Brothers model 307, type 307 from Uruguay. This phone, the type 307, is almost exactly the same as the Siemens Brothers type 83 and I think also type 91. The Type 83 and the Type 91 were made for the UK market, and so this phone was given or specially designated for use outside of the UK. So I took my time getting this phone cleaned up and polished. I had to be very careful, especially with the bakelite. It's in good shape, but there's no telling what would happen when you polish this. You don't know if it's brittle or not, and thank goodness nothing happened in the process, especially in the cradle. Those cradles tend to be pretty brittle since they're thinner type bakelite. So it's really just your basic cleaning, polishing, washing, and all that good stuff. So the only thing I really did replace was the handset cord, because the original, interestingly, was a coiled rubber or vinyl cord from a German telephone. And the only reason why I can tell you that it was German is that the leads were like green, brown, and white and yellow. And those are very common in German telephones instead of your colors that really supposed to be on the British telephones. So I trashed that and I got a really nice brown cloth cord. I'm not sure if these would have originally have had braided cords, but this looks just as good, especially matching the line cord, which is also brown, with this very nice terminal box, junction box. Very nicely polished bakelite. I polished that very well. And I found a number card for it. Actually, I made it. As you can see by the dial card, this phone, as I said, was for use in the country of Uruguay. It was made for use for the ANTEL, the Administración Nacional de Telecomunicaciones, the National Administration of Telecommunications, and they actually happen to still be in operation today. The original number card was there in my first video. It was actually flipped over, but the whole middle section was missing. So once I flipped it over, this whole section was basically missing, but I could make out what this said in here. So I had to recreate this middle section. I kind of guessed, but I tried to get it as close as possible because I could not find any other phones online or pictures that had this type of number card in Uruguay. So I basically guessed to what I thought it would have originally looked like. So that is the number card. The dial is also Siemens Brothers. I think it's the same as a type or dial number 10. It's not designated number 10, but it's a slipping cam type dial. And interestingly, the dial bezel with the numbers is actually plastic and not your metal with the porcelain coating on it. So that's a plastic bezel. I had to reinstall this dial. It actually took a little bit of effort trying to get it actually turn. You actually have to kind of turn it out and pull it. And whoever tried to put it back in, I guess didn't have the strength or gave up, so they kind of just put it in there. It was kind of crooked. So I had to really almost force it. I had to be careful because, again, I didn't want to break the bakelite. So these phones actually are a lot like the GPO 162. The 162 for the GPO actually didn't have a bell set, but it was exact same pyramid type, except it didn't have this bottom section. So here's a look at the handset. Again, we have Siemens Brothers of London here in the center. You probably saw that before. Bakelite is in good shape. It has a different type of cap here. Usually on the GPOs and all that would have that little middle center here. but it does have a diaphragm type transmitter. I'm sorry, a diaphragm type receiver. And it's, of course, you gotta. It actually, the transmitter was incorrect. Someone had again hooked up a German type transmitter that would have been found in maybe a 611 type phone, the VTAP. So I found a spare of the correct type and fit it in there, so it works great. Again, here's the cradle. A little bit of roughness, but not too bad. That's kind of expected. And the dial is nice. And then there's a look at the base. I'm going to turn it for you. There's the side view. So when I was asking, I know nobody answered, but I don't think anybody knows either. But my guess, my educated guess here, is that these were placed when they received these in Uruguay. And my guess is maybe the date they assembled it or they received it and sent it out to be installed somewhere. So I'm guessing maybe that's, I'm guessing the 4th of September 1941. So this is, these phones came out in the 30s, so this is 1940 something. So it's kind of in its mid years of production, I'm guessing, until the later models came out. So that's my guess. I don't think that was standard in the UK for them to put in those numbers there, but that's my guess. September 4th, 1941. So, the bottom has no markings on it, except this oval shape, but I'm not sure what that would have said. It wore off, it looks like. And this phone is also tropicalized. Notice the screen there to keep the bugs out. Those are the only openings that would need to be screened in. So this phone is 100% working. Rings and transmits and receives and dials out. As far as my machine goes, I don't know if it would work on an actual line here. I'm pretty sure it would, but who knows? There's no telling. So next what we'll do is we will do the demonstration. So we will be right back. All right, so we got the machine out. First, I will pick up the handset and I will give you dial tone. And as you see the change in the light, that means the transmitter is working 100%. So now I'll dial a few numbers here. And then lastly, I will ring the phone. So here we go. All right, I hope you enjoyed this final check out of this 1941-ish Siemens Brothers of London Model 307 for use in the Spanish market of the country of Uruguay. Thank you very much and have a great day.